here at Shoe Healer in Doncaster, and I've got a pair of Redwings that have come in for repair. These lovely boots. I presume the guy might be wearing these on a bike, on his big old Harley Davidson type of thing. They would look great with that, or he might just wear them as a fashion boot. Really nice boot, well made, lovely leather uppers. I look inside, and unfortunately it's a Conte board type insole in there. Didn't realise that. He hasn't got any insoles in there, so maybe he does have an insole that goes in over the top of that, which is usual. And they are a little bit of a fashion boot, but the leather upper is absolutely beautiful. They are Goodyear welted, and the construction is, well, I was going to say 10 out of 10, but now I've seen that Conte board in there, I'm a little bit disappointed. But still, absolutely fine. Great boot, doing its job, and it keeps the price right, which everybody says is an issue. You just don't get the longevity out of the Conte board insole over a leather insole. And so this is the boot. It's had a moulded unit on, a Vibram unit, probably from the factory. Can you see there? Look, Vibram unit. Yeah, you can see on top it's got this different colour here, heel and sole. So what's happened is these have gone into somewhere and they've had what's called a Rambler sole fitted. Whoever's been at the machine has ground this off, what's left of the grip, and he's stuck on a thin Rambler heel and a thin Rambler sole. Unfortunately, he didn't have black and he's put brown on. So that's fine, it's all right. It's not a great repair, but it's not the worst job we've seen. The Vibram unit is still on there as the original unit. That will be stitched from the welt through a rubber midsole, and then that Vibram unit bonded on. So we're going to strip them down. Here's one I've done earlier, or Paul might have done earlier, and he stripped the sole off. So what he's done is he's nicked all the stitches on the top. He's looked at the construction of the boot, nicked all the stitches on top, and just pulled those stitches through, and that unit has come off. If there's any other repairers watching this, you ought to try that with some of these units that are bonded on to a midsole. One thing we see on this this boot here is the welt. Look at the welt there. Look, that welt is split there on the toe. That is from the factory. That when the welting comes on a big roll, they splice in a joint somewhere. Unfortunately, it's landed on the toe, but in all honesty, when it's all glued back together, it will be absolutely fine. I know it's got two on it, hasn't it? Yeah, I can't see where the other one is. Oh, it's there. Look, it's there. Look, there's another one there. Look, another splicing in where the welt comes in sections, and but you don't normally see it. So we will strip all that down. It's having a leather midsole. Straight onto there, nice stout leather midsole, then the Ridgeway, then the entire boot will get stitched all the way around. A nice leather heel stack, red stitching. Wow, red stitching as well. That'll be worth watching. That's the job. We'll see if we can get bits and bobs of the repair as we go through. Sometimes we miss them, but what we're really after is the end result. You've seen all these repairs before. This is the sole unit that was on. This is one, Paul says he's nicked all these stitches, so theoretically we should be able to just get in here and pull that off. I'm not on a last. So what's happening here? It's not happening, Paul. Are you sure you've got all these stitches? Look, but what we are seeing, we're seeing the midsole that's been stitched through the welt. So that has been stitched through there, and then this unit bonded on top. Can you see that? Did you see that stitching in there, the white stitching? Are you getting a view of that white stitching? Yep. But to be fair, that should all have come off. Let's just give it some here and just have a look. Get hold of that midsole. Are you sure you've... Yours came off all beautiful in one like this. Did you warm it up?
No.
You're making me look daft.
I used last.
Yeah, but still, I'm getting some good purchase on it. Hey?
There's a stitching.
Come round here, come round here, come round here.
It's on me.
Come on. Come on.
It's because you've not pulled the midsole up, have you?
Hang on. Yours has come up all in one.
Oh no, but I got under the rubber midsole. You took the unit off.
I did try to get under there first with the pliers.
That's what happens, isn't it? Once you get started on this. Now she should come off in one.
Come back a bit, that's it. So we get his red face in. This is how other one came off.
This one is joined as well.
Just like that, look. Just
These pliers are not opening up. There we go. Midsole, under the midsole.
so that one was a little bit more awkward. Look at that, look at that. Got a knife?
Yes.
I think I've had them all.
That might be a stitch I didn't get. There you go.
Fabulous. Right, okay, so they're all out, they're all lovely. That's the both of them now, all sorted out and done. Yeah. Good repair?
It will be when it's done.
Right, okay. Well, that's how it is sometimes, you know. We can cut it and we can chop bits out and we can pretend, but, you know, it's just how the job goes sometimes. Okay, this is one of those videos where I didn't quite catch everything that was involved in the repair. We saw the strip down where me and Paul were playing about with them, getting them stripped off by nicking the stitching. And then we got the soles on, which were just bonded on. Did it have a midsole on, Paul? Yeah, you had to replace a midsole. So it had a new midsole and then stitched all on this... Ridgeway, that's what I'm trying to get out. Ridgeway unit. We stitched all that on with the red thread top, red thread underneath. Then they had one of the Tailbiz heel stacks fastened on, machined up, of course, bonded on, and then the heel on top once Paul got the balance right on it, and then riveted through the inside. And these are the finished article. Look at those. That's a really nice repair. Look at that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Red stitching on the bottom. Paul, you haven't painted in the breast of the heel. It's Paul's trademark, he says. Shall we paint it in? It can just take 2 seconds to run a little bit of ink. Can I paint this in?
Float your boat.
Float your boat. Now we had a discussion about this. Traditionally, you wouldn't paint that. That would back in the days of everybody getting the shoes repaired, and you took your shoes in, and there were shoe repairers everywhere, shoe repair factories. They would just do the repair and send it out, and that wouldn't get done. Would never get done because, you know, a few months later the shoes would be back for another repair. That's all it takes. Look, just little bit of ink on there like that, and it's painted. It does make me feel better. I'm going to do both of them. I did. I've done them. Right. So that's it. That's the Redwings all sorted out. Lovely pair of boots. Even though they did have a Conte board insole in them, they are lovely. They've got some really nice weight to them. I like them. I really do. I think they're a great boot. I don't know how expensive they are. I'm going to tell you how expensive they should be. They should be round about, in today's world, 2025, there should be 425. They should be round about the 425 mark. Now, somebody's shaking their head there. And am I going up or down from that? Down from it. Oh, well, that's great then, because it's nice leather, isn't it? Two?
240,
No. It's 100 quid to fill your car up. 100 quid to fill your car up with fuel. You take your missus out for a meal, you would go out with £100 in your pocket once upon a time. Nowadays you wouldn't, because you'd embarrass yourself. You'd £200. Yeah, well, okay. So anyway, lovely boot, irrespective of what they cost. They've turned out lovely. That full repair conversion with the new midsoles was
130.
£130. Okay,